Welcome to Unrolled, episode number 48? 47.
No, maybe. I don't know.
40-something.
I don't know.
My name is Mike, and this is Chuck, and you are watching the Worst Cigar Podcast on the YouTubes.
It's so terrible, we don't even know how many it is. How many we've done.
Well, not enough, obviously. That's how many we've done, or haven't done. On today's episode, we're going to unroll, going with our theme. Every other show, we're unrolling bigger and bigger cigars. So this is a 770 Flathead from CAO. In the past, we started with the 660 Chill and Moose. We went to the 6x66 Hellion by Oliva. And then now we're at the 770 Flathead. This is a box press cigar. I don't know if we've unrolled a box press cigar.
Do they make anything bigger?
Oh, yeah. And as soon as they're in stock, there's other things coming. Now, CAO, I think this is the biggest one CAO makes.
Why would you? I just don't.
Well,
why would you want that in your mouth?
So a couple of the Alton guys that are friends with Josh that hang out with him and stuff,
That makes perfect sense.
They came over to Lit Cigar Lounge for the event that I was doing on Saturday.
Okay.
And they found, and I've tried to order them already, and they're not in stock anywhere. Wholesaler or the rep, neither one of them has it. It's the Asylum 13 8.5 inch long by 80 ring gauge. That's a 70. So check out Josh on his OnlyFans because that's exactly how that looks to me. But to each their own. If you like big giant things in your mouth, go for it. I like to stay a little closer to home here, so I got a new Jake Wyatt. This is a Jake Wyatt cigar. Check out that little cap.
Who's Jake Wyatt?
I'm not really quite sure, but a friend of mine is a broker for Jake Wyatt.
Fair enough.
And so it's kind of crazy. He's a broker for a couple different brands. I don't even remember the other one's name, but I smoked one on Saturday when I was over there. I bought a cigar at Lit before the festivities began. And so I smoked one, and it was a little, almost like skinnier than a Pequeño from Cohiba. Oh, I forgot to order those.
People have been asking about them.
I know, it's winter. It's getting cold, so, and I ordered everything but them. So I was so proud of myself. I thought I got everything on that order. I even had a list. Like I wrote down a list.
Fail, sir.
Over the last 2 days. And then I even added a couple things on that list when I was walking around. I'm like, you better give me this, better give me that. And I completely forgot the contents too.
You lose. You get nothing.
Right. So,
nothing.
Next week we'll try to get the Pequeños in from Cohiba, maybe some Partagas Blacks and the tins. Those were pretty good. So it's getting colder outside in the Midwest, so the smaller cigars kind of reign supreme. But this was a little $6 cigar, right? Which is about the price of a Pequeño anyway. Right. But it came in like a box of 40, and you could just buy one at a time. So like $6 for this thing. And I smoked it, and it was a little firecracker, man. It was a good little cigar. It reminded me a lot of a Cohiba. I mean, and it's about the same price point, but you can buy one instead of having to buy six at $36, right? So then Jay, that buys Moon Trances, comes in, and he's literally holding, and I smoked the bigger one yesterday. He's holding this wrapper, and he goes, "Hey, man, I had one of these. It was really good." And I go, "Jay, I'm smoking one of those right now." And it's like some brand that, it's so brand new. Like,
right.
And he's like,
"How did Jay get it?"
Well, he was in Chesterfield, and he stopped by. So the broker works at Chesterfield, too. So at Lit.
Okay.
Right. It's Andrew. It's the son of Brian and Dana.
Right.
So anyway, I'm going to smoke a Jake Wyatt here. I've had a couple.
So do you not have any? Did you get some or?
I bought one of the tiny ones. You just said
you got a couple, didn't you?
Yeah. So,
I've been awake half an hour.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah.
Shit, I've been to the bank already. I've been to both stores. Robbed cash out of everywhere to fucking deposit.
I did not catch any of it.
Yeah. So, but it's cool. Like, look at the wrapper on it.
It looks good.
It's a good looking stick. I love this size right here.
It's good color.
Yeah. So, my guess would be like a Habano.
That's the right size.
Yeah, it's perfect size. So, I'm excited to smoke this one. I haven't smoked this size yet.
I'm smoking a bullet. Because, sometimes life gets you down and you get a little sad. And you just need to put a bullet in your mouth.
Oh, I like it. That's a new fucking motto, bud. Here we go. here we fucking go. All right. Also, in today's episode, I'm going to try to get down a can of Baja Blast Mountain Dew. I've tried this before. It sucks. I used to like it in the fountain. I don't know what it is about it being in the can that I absolutely cannot stand. This is the old Mountain Dew with a blast of natural and artificial tropical lime flavors. What it is like fucking piss.
Not a sponsor.
Piss in a can is what the fuck this is. But it was super cheap at the store, and so I figured I could use a little more sugar in my diet, I guess. So anyway, here goes nothing.
I smoked one of these Sunday, and I had it down in like 20 minutes.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes tops. And then I wanted another cigar like within an hour. I was like, fuck, I need a cigar. How'd
you burn through that so
I don't know. I must.
Were you doing on something? Were you working on something?
Nope.
Just chilling, huh?
Nope. No, I was walking around driving. And I was driving and walking around.
Oh, God, fuck.
I was talking to my dad, and I looked down, and it was gone. And I was like, what the fuck?
Windy day. Windy day. Now we're gonna.
It was real windy Sunday, but I don't think that had anything to do with it.
I could keep it burning. All right, we're gonna go to water. Hey, I talked to Leo last night on the phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's got basically every respiratory disease there is right now.
Yes.
So he is currently fighting them. He has collected them all.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, he collected them all. So I talked to him. He's it's a struggle for him to get some words out. So Leo, we're all rooting for you, praying for you. Thoughts are with you, all that. But it was good to hear his voice. It startled the shit out of me. So it's late in my book, right? It's probably like 8 o'clock,
right?
Like a little after 8, and it's a Facebook Messenger call. So it's in my pocket. So I'm like, son of a, this is gonna be stupid. And it's Leo. I'm like, oh, cool. So I answer real quick. I go, hey Leo, what's up, buddy? And he goes, and it's his wife. And I'm like, dude, my heart sank, right? And I'm like, don't call me. But he has such a hard time getting words out, so she was kind of interpreting for him. So so he's thinks the doctors are kind of saying, hey, you gotta probably about a month of just taking it easy,
trying to breathe,
right?
Air, regular air,
get some air in,
trying to breathe Hartford air,
right?
You got about a month of breathing Hartford air before you can step up to.
He's in Little Italy.
Stuff.
No, Hartford air is pretty strong air.
Right. That's Hartford air. Little Italy's Hartford air.
This morning it was blowing. It was blowing east this morning. So I wonder if that's like plays tribute to his slower recovery.
It has to.
So I had a friend that moved. She moved to whatever down there, right? Not Little Italy, but like Roxana, Hartford. And if you're not from this area, which Leo and Andy are, but
the ground's literally made of benzene.
Yeah, you can light your water on fire at one point in time, and you can put a pole in the ground and light it on fire.
You can still go to Hartford and dig a hole and light it on fire.
Yeah, so
no wood, no paper.
So we have a giant refinery there, which is I'm sure on the top of the EPA game. But my friend moved there, and within a month, they all started experiencing UTIs, urinary tract infections.
Yeah.
To the point to where the dogs started getting them.
From the water.
Yeah. So it was amazing. They moved, and oddly, they moved in with me at that time. And within 30 days, all their UTIs cleared up. The dogs started getting better, everything.
I won't drink tap water anywhere around here. I won't drink any of it. None of it.
I drink that Godfrey tap water. So
none of it. But however, I will soak in it. When your body's a sponge, you soak up every single inch of it. So I don't know that it's any good. But.
Well, if you got it real hot, it's probably got to get rid of something. So yeah, there's like
scalding.
Yeah, no, it's got to be scalding. Like you really can't sit in it.
No,
like
scalding.
Right. Hot. So we're close to a refinery. Like if we got on the roof right here, we could see the refinery. It's pretty close.
If it's not painful for me to move in it when I first get in it, then I don't want the water.
Really,
it's
dude. Ginger's got her water set on boiler skin off, and I can't.
Yep.
Dude, she does. I can't. She takes
volcano.
Dude, she takes a shower and it's like I can't believe how hot it is. I'm like, bro, it's like I got mine set in the middle. Because she's got it so hot, and she's all the way over, man.
So, I'm all the way over. Yep, that's the way I do it too.
Nope. Nope. My skin's, I guess
Burn
my
that
skin's,
shit off.
nope. Not at all. See you holding your elbow, man.
I've been holding my elbow for a month.
Right. What, you took a couple days off, right? Did you do anything yesterday?
Yeah, I did a little bit yesterday.
Did you?
A little bit.
You should probably let it rest.
I tried to fix the vent. Well, I didn't do nothing too bad with it. It's swinging a hammer that does it.
Right.
That's what makes it hurt worse. But I got to go see that surgeon in November.
Oh, shit.
But from what I understand, then I've got to go take a test, some sort of nerve test.
Right.
And then they're going to want me to take this thing called nerve blockers.
Okay.
To see if it goes away if I take this nerve blocker thing.
What, is that like a pill?
Yeah. And then they're going to want me to maybe do a month worth of physical therapy first.
Right.
So
to make sure everybody gets paid before they fix the problem.
Right.
Okay.
I don't care. I'm not paying it.
Do you...
I don't care how many people get paid.
So, if you can you isolate and only block one nerve? Like, will they do a shot?
I have no idea, but apparently this nerve test,
Yeah.
they stick a needle in up here and a needle in down here somewhere, and they hook you to jumper cables. And
Nice.
they basically test your polarity.
Do you want to do that here? We just do that live on
That's what Boxes, what's his name?
Brian.
Brian, yeah. So he was telling me, he was like, dude, they stick a needle in up here and a needle in down there, and they like electrify this one and see if it picks up down here.
Really?
Yeah, and how strong the signal is, and I was like, you're gonna hook an ohm meter to me, test me for continuity.
Yeah, we could do that, man. We could do that here. See what kind of voltage you get off.
He said it is not fun. He goes, it hurts bad
Unless you have zero nerves left.
I go,
you're not gonna feel anything.
and I go, I don't know, man. I don't, I enjoy putting TENS machines on my arms, so. And it can't be that much worse than a TENS machine.
Well, if it's touching a nerve, it definitely can be.
Right.
Nerves, no shit. I've been freaking hitting the weights a little bit just to try to get ready for winter. It feels like I just stay locked up in the winter, so I'm trying to stay somewhat flexible and not be so freaking sore. I hate winter, and it's coming on so freaking fast already.
Yep.
So
it's cold already.
Yeah, it's ridiculously cold. It was 30 something this morning. So welcome to the Midwest. We went from summer to winter pretty quick.
Yeah, immediately.
Right. No, it was a great fall we had.
Immediately. It's supposed to be warm a couple days into the week.
I was going to say, it'll probably be hot in December.
Right.
A lot of times the first weekend in December is going to be hot. December 10th, the second weekend in December, we're going to do the anniversary party up here.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Last year we had an event. I didn't remember what it was, but we had an event. It was like 65 outside the whole time.
Yeah,
I one-wheeled up here. No, I didn't one-wheel up here that day. I didn't have that yet. But I thought I one-wheeled up here sometime in January or February last year, too.
Yeah, no.
Right after I got the board.
So hopefully mine's holding air, because I don't know what would cause it to run completely out of air. Or I had 5 pounds.
Sitting.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Maybe getting cold. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be too.
The worst part is cold in here right now. I'm trying not to turn the heat on over here until we have people. So.
Right. I was tempted Friday and Saturday to turn the heat on. I just wrote it out.
Well, I got the heat on in the first part, but over here, since it's gas, I've been trying not to. So, because we got to have somewhat warm to keep the cigars, the proper.
All right.
That was right.
Right in the mic.
Right in the mic.
It's winter.
It is winter. So. This is what I do all winter. This is what I do all winter long.
So I haven't looked. I'm going to look at the YouTube when we're done here and see how well the other videos are doing, if they're doing any good at all.
Right. You got to put a
go through
out.
the analytics. Well, I was watching I was watching Puddin'.
Right.
He was restoring 58 Chieftain, Pontiac Chieftain.
Oh, wow.
And I'm a BPO guy, so
right.
I seen he was doing something with a Pontiac. I watched it. And that happened to be the episode he was going to hit 100,000. And it took him 3 years
to get 100,000.
To get that far.
100,000 subscribers.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah, no, and I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be overnight. Nothing is. 21 views 8 days ago on a Fix It Friday. That was an hour. Then a 2-hour long one's got 5 views from 4 days ago.
Yeah, it's too long.
Yeah, it's definitely
2
long.
hours is too long.
So I've seen different YouTube videos where...
And I could have cut a lot out of it. In fact, I could have just threw the whole end of it away because you were staring at a seat for most of it. I didn't realize that. So
the footage looks good. Like the GoPro does shoot good footage.
Well, I know how it works now, the file system. So it's not been that bad.
So I've seen on some YouTube videos. I was watching like a news hour last night, and it had each segment listed at the bottom.
Yep.
Do you know how to do that?
Nope.
Not yet.
Nope.
So, like on this one, we can go in 30 minutes, basically.
Right.
And if you're watching this long, you go to basically about 30, 35 minutes in, and I'm unrolling a cigar.
Right.
We're pretty consistent about that somehow.
You can just go in and see what the part you came to see.
Right. So,
and then get out.
Like, you have one segment that says, I'm on fire, Ricky Bobby, and it's, or whatever. I'm on fire, Cal.
Now, I don't know how to do that. I do know how to fast forward through clips.
Right.
And I really, really like that tool.
Because we sound like chipmunks when we're talking.
That's what I was going to say. Because I grew up watching Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Right.
And I've always found that hilarious.
It is hilarious.
So look forward to more of that. Right. There will be more of that.
We should do one of these whole podcasts in chipmunks. Just go up just enough speed.
It's especially funny because I watch the clips to make sure the segments are in order.
Right.
And then after I'm done, I go through the ends and I make sure that they seem together right.
Right.
And I don't worry too much about sync because it's all on one.
Oh yeah,
it's not separate.
Yeah.
But it's really funny because when I cuss out there, I over enunciate.
Right.
Well, because I'm mad, so I over enunciate.
Right.
Like if I say cocksucker,
right.
I over enunciate it.
Right.
So you can pick it up.
Right.
That is could be in the fast forward.
So watch one of the Fix It Fridays, and especially for the speed through, because it's me, fuck me. But it's like Simon saying fuck real loud. That's funny. No, I got a kick out of it too. I was watching the bumper one. I was trying to find where my hand was on fire. So
that might have got
cut out.
Well, I had to cut a bunch. You have to cut so much out.
Right.
It's hard to do. It's really, really hard to do, to know where your camera is. And so that's why I've been watching more and more of those guys' thing, because I'm like, shit, this is difficult.
Yeah.
Because you have to realize where your camera is. You have to, and with that GoPro, it turns off, so I don't know what the camera's picking up.
Right.
I can't see what the camera's actually seeing no more.
Right.
So that's why you stare at a seat through the last about half an hour of the last one.
Yeah.
So, because I didn't know, and I'm too far. I was too far away. You couldn't see what I was doing with the hard lines. Even if the seat wasn't in the way, you wouldn't be able to see. So,
you should get a headband and just wear the GoPro on your forehead.
So, I think that'd be too much, too close. I think. So there's a lot more to it, and you're not. And I'm working on something. I'm not thinking about that. Trying to think about that stupid camera.
Right. So. Well, it's like whenever I was back there on one of them, I was able to grab the camera and move it around, kind of show exactly what you're doing, what you're cutting, what you're grinding, whatever.
Right.
So,
and if you watch these guys' videos, every once in a while there'll be somebody around that'll do that for them.
Right.
So it's hard. I got a lot more respect for those guys now, because
the editing
it's really, really hard. Not even the editing.
Well, I mean,
once you learn how to do the edit, I mean, I'm in here that's what I'm doing.
Right.
Out there, I'm trying to do like 3 different things. You're trying to record it, you're trying to talk about what you're recording, and then you're trying to do what you're doing.
Right.
And the brain just doesn't always cooperate with that. So
it's election time, man.
Yeah.
It's my 3rd text today to vote for somebody.
No.
Let me see who I'm not voting for. Oh, take a political survey. A couple weeks from the day of filming here is election day, so maybe my YouTube, Chris Tharp, will get off my effing YouTube.
Don't vote blue.
Right.
I don't give a shit who they are.
Right. So, bless you. Bless you. Welcome to winter.
Right. No, that is all year. That sneezing's all year.
Yeah. So Saturday I was trying to ride the one wheel and I was trying to carve and I knew the tire was low, right?
Where were you trying to do that? In Chesterfield?
Yeah. Oh. So the strip mall or the outlet mall is pretty much all closed down. It's like 4 stores, right? So I was just like trying to carve in between the planters and the benches and everything. Shot a little video, man, and I could feel it buckling the tire. And I was like, shit, I mean, so it was way sketchier than normal. And I was like, well, that's probably why I was getting those high-speed wobbles and high speed being like 15 now instead of 18, 19. So, yeah, no, I was... I'm like, is it that flat? And I'm like, so like when you're just on it, it doesn't look that flat. But whenever you're carving, you're putting all that weight on the sidewall.
You can't really feel it either.
Well, you feel it when you're that low in air. I mean, it was rolling, kicking. It was like riding like riding my bicycle, the flat tire.
I put air in mine, and then I got halfway home that day, and I let air out of it because I didn't like it.
All right, Jake Wyatt, you're not staying lit here.
There's a problem with that.
Too much talking.
Somebody came in Saturday and wanted a KFC, and I snatched one a long time ago. And since I had just went through the boxes,
right,
I knew it was in there, so I sold it to him.
Nice. I mean,
you get one, bud. That's all you get.
Right. Just nobody. It's such a weird cigar. It's only so many people only so many people buy those, man.
Somebody at Drew Estates has to be mad at me by now. They have to be.
You still on them?
Yeah. Somebody said they posted a picture of they were doing something I didn't read the caption. They were doing something, tobacco hanging over there, and there was tobacco on the ground. It looked like somebody had a shovel. It was a dimly lit picture. There were people standing around. It looked like this guy had a shovel or something in his hand,
right.
pitchfork or something in his hand. And I said, yes, finally, a picture of where you get all the loose tobacco you put in your boxes. I've been waiting to see that production process.
Right. It's shoveled up from the ground. Fucking rats in there and shit.
Somebody's got to be mad at me. They have to be by now.
I had a store reach out this like at midnight last night. And I'm not up at midnight. But I don't know where the message is, but so I gotta send them a price list and get some peacemakers out there. It's in St. Louis. So
at midnight?
Yeah, like 12:26 in the morning. And so I was just like, whoa. Bro. I was like, holy cow. At 8:30 my phone gets shut off and it doesn't come back on until 7. I'm up at 5, but I try not to look at it till 7. So, but yeah. And then I got us hoodies from Grand Cru. I just gotta go down and pick them up. So they say the Crew or something. They're white. They look a little Russian, kind of cool. I like them. Oh.
I can't wear white clothes. Doesn't work out.
They look nice. We gotta figure out something soon. We got some. I think all of our zip ups are all 2XL and then some. Oh, what? You got anything for this Thursday?
Probably nope.
No,
I had a frame repair, but he canceled.
Oh, right on.
He bought another car.
Oh, really?
Well, it's Bo's son with the little D21.
Yeah.
That I was working on.
Yeah.
So the frame's rotted out everywhere, apparently.
Oh shit!
And I guess he didn't notice it.
Did he just buy that? Was that new to him?
No, he's had it, and I never even looked. So he hits me up, and I go, let's. You don't want to pay for that all at once, because he's trying to ask me how much, and I'm like, dude, I'm not even going to begin to get into that. I'm not. That's one of them deals for however long it takes me.
Right.
Because I don't know
how bad it is.
Yeah, once you get there,
is it missing? Is there anything to weld to? I mean,
right. Well, he sent me a picture,
okay.
And I could see in the picture, and I was like, but it doesn't really help, because I don't know what the back of that looks like. I don't know what the bottom looks like. There's so much there that I don't know. I said, you're going to have to break it up here. It said, it's not going to be cheap. All that rust, you want all of it fixed, it's not going to be cheap.
Right.
So I said, so let's focus on the dangerous stuff.
Right.
And get it fixed. And then you can just work on fixing it as you go. And so 2 days later, he goes, well, I just bought a new car. And I said, okay. I said, well, if you're, because he was talking about scrapping it. He was like, I really don't want to scrap it. Well, if you're going to scrap it, let me know.
Right.
Because I want the 5-speed parts out of it.
Oh, okay.
So
would you want yours to be a 5-speed?
Oh yeah.
Really?
It's only 3-speed automatic. It's at 55.
That's it, huh?
It's terrible.
Is it?
No, I can do 70 in it, but
are you screaming?
Yeah. 55 is screaming.
Is it really?
55's got to be $4,000.
No way.
Has to be.
Holy shit. Does it have a tack?
Nope.
No kidding.
Nope. I'm glad it don't have a tack. I probably wouldn't be doing 55 $4,000.
That's well, yeah, that'd be cool. I like that truck, man. I don't know. I mean, it looks. You know what? It just looks so funky. I think that's why I like
his truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the frame's easy to fix.
Yeah.
So.
Just swap. Give me that auto.
What I thought was funny was Bo. It should go right on. Bo was looking for a little truck, and I'm like.
He has one. Yeah. Do you think Bo would fit in that? Was he wanting a little truck just for gas mileage, I guess? Yeah. Because he bought that 8-cylinder Silverado instead of that 4-cylinder. Right. Shame on you, Bo. I'm getting 20. I was almost 23. So I got almost 20,000 miles in that truck since I got it.
Almost 20,000?
Yep. A year and a month. 20,000 miles. So I got it in September of last year. And my average fuel economy for those 20,000 miles is 20.4.
That's not bad for a truck.
I don't think so at all.
It's not bad at all for a truck.
And, I pulled that trailer at 12 miles to the gallon from the East Coast or from South Carolina.
Right.
And that was murderous.
I can't believe it got that bad of gas mileage.
Dude, it was a freaking set. Dude, you put a set of tires back there, it's going to fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just robbed it completely. I mean, I thought maybe, I was getting 25 on the interstate empty and then 11 to 12.
Right. You would think at least 17, 18.
Yeah. And because that trailer wasn't shit as far as weight.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, designed to get good gas mileage, and it's basically like, it's the perfect truck for the hipsters, right? So you can go to Home Depot and buy your plants and paint, but that's about it. You ain't. I put 50 gallons of paint in that truck.
Because at 12 miles a gallon, you could just take the big truck.
Yeah, the V8.
And then you don't have to worry about destroying the drivetrain.
Right.
In the little truck.
Right. Yeah, because those 8-speeds in the Chevys aren't known for their badassery at all. They're pretty much garbage.
Right. I told Sarah last night she better pay her car off. Or not pay her car off. It's getting traded in before we go to Florida next year. So she better get to fixing her credit because I'm not driving that thing to Florida again.
That Focus?
With no cruise control.
Oh, that's right. It's a cruise with no cruise.
Right.
It should be standard.
She said, well, you looked it over, and I go, never in my life ever would I have thought. I didn't look for it.
Right.
Because never, ever, ever, ever in my life would I have thought in 2019 a car manufacturer is putting cruise control on a car.
It's like having crank windows.
With an electric throttle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally a button. You had to add a button and tell the computer to do this extra thing.
Right.
That's it.
Yep. That's it.
And you couldn't put a button, and you already make the button and the thing that the button goes in for this car.
And you put it on 100,000 other vehicles. Why does that one not have it?
But you couldn't. Good job, GM. Good job. What an embarrassment. I've had cars from the 60s that have had cruise control.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Cadillac even had cruise control. That 68 Cadillac had cruise control.
It should have.
Yeah. I don't remember if I ever used it. It probably didn't work.
It should have.
Probably didn't. A lot of things didn't work on that Cadillac.
That Toyota minivan's got cruise control.
I saw the white van up here, so that means you drove it?
After I fixed the massive gas leak.
Where was that at?
the vent tube is got a little canister on it, like a charcoal canister,
right.
I'd imagine. And it's got a drain at the bottom of it that runs off into the frame rail. And for some reason, the vent tube is just shooting gas into this canister. I don't think it should be.
Okay.
But it is. And then the canister's getting full and overflowing and running into the frame rail and dumping. Just dumping it everywhere. Okay. Because it just runs into the frame rail. It's just a vent.
Right.
And dumping it everywhere. So I took the hose off and capped it.
Well, that's interesting.
You don't get the vent no more if you're going to do that.
Well, doesn't it need the vent?
You're done venting. No, it'll vent up to the gas cap. Someplace, I'm sure. I mean...
So if you see a white van with reverse style wheels on it, it could explode under pressure while driving.
Nah. Yeah. It'll vent somewhere.
Yeah. It'll vent somewhere. Come through the freaking throttle body.
Yeah. That's somewhere.
Well, yeah.
Nah, it'll vent. Should vent through the gas cap.
It's gonna be one big backfire.
Should vent through the gas cap.
Look at this loaf of bread.
I'm thinking about changing the wheels. I've been thinking about changing the wheels.
Yeah, going skinnier.
I don't like that door like that.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I've got another hinge in back, so I can just put a stock hinge back on it. I like them wheels on it, but
they stick out too far for that door.
Yeah, they put too much in that door handle. I was looking at it yesterday in the mirror. It sticks way off, and it looks terrible. So it might get skinnier wheels eventually. I fixed that, and I poured some Blue Devil in it, and that Blue Devil worked.
It's what I put that in? I put that in something, and it worked.
It worked.
Do you have to drive it so often to make it work?
I had to let it idle for half an hour or for 50 minutes.
Right.
And then it says turn it off, put water back in it. And I was literally watching the smoke get less and less and less.
No shit.
And here's the thing, is the reason why I use this because it can't be a bad leak because I'm not losing water.
Right.
I mean, I am
minor.
losing water, but not so much that you notice it.
Right.
So it says to run it for 15 minutes, turn it off, and then let it cool down, put water, put your coolant and everything back in it. So that's what I did. And then I took it for a drive and it started smoking real bad again. But by the time I got back home with it, like I turned around at Taco Bell.
Okay.
And by the time I got back home with it, it was done smoking again. So, and it never came back. It has yet to come back.
Nice.
So.
All right. I'm going to start unrolling this thing.
That is a big... We've unrolled something box press before. I don't remember what it was, though.
Maybe an Oliva G-Series?
Because you had a problem unrolling it. It was doing that.
Right.
Jesus. Where did it even start?
It starts right here, but I'm just crumbling it.
I noticed that.
Right.
It's not coming apart in
one beautiful
big pieces.
Piece.
I wonder if we should take them out and put them in the storage humidor.
Make them a little more humid.
Yeah, a week before, so they're a little come apart a little.
Well, I don't know.
A little more pliable.
I don't know if that would. It's got so much tobacco on it.
So it's going to be in the middle of that. Any guesses?
Yeah, it's got to be long filler. I would just.
You think so?
I'd bet money on it.
It's pretty cheap for that size cigar, ain't it?
No, it's kind of up there. I mean, it's a lot of tobacco.
I don't know how much it costs.
I smoked one of these somewhat recently. I was selling a cutter, Zycar cutter, Calibre cutter, and the guy's like, "Will that cut a 70?" So I grabbed one of these and I cut it, and he's like, "I'll take it." So he takes the cutter, and I'm like, "Oh shit! Now I gotta smoke this thing." Oh jeez, it's so much tobacco.
Should have just saved it for Josh. He likes that size.
I probably should have, but I don't know. It was like early in the week.
He likes that size, that shape, that color.
Right.
He likes everything about that thing.
Right. All right. I am doing terrible at this.
Yes. Absolutely terrible.
I'm already got the binder without the wrapper off. I wonder if it's because it's box pressed why it's so hard to unroll.
Well, it's got to be. That's got to make it a little harder. Because they basically mush it. It's still wet when they box press it, right?
I think so. I'm never down there when I do it.
So, Scott presses them, and they're still kind of wet when he presses them, right?
Yeah, I mean they're humid. They're not.
Right. They're not wet.
Right. So I did the those cigars in the whiskey barrel. So kind of funny thing. So I'm at the block party, the district block party. All right. So for the two viewers that are watching, sorry for mutilating that wrapper leaf. There it is. Yeah, it's that's as best as I'm getting there.
It would have came off in one piece.
Maybe. So I'm set up.
It went on in one piece.
I'm sure it did. All right, let's try to get this binder off in a little better fashion here. But so I'm set up down there, and I'm next to a whiskey guy because there was local distilleries and then also local cigar brands. And so the guy I'm set up next to was called Black Anvil. I think it was Black Anvil Spirits or something, right? I'm butchering it, but anyway, yeah. Look, the binder works fine. I'm just a chump when it comes to the. Look, it's a whole half a leaf for a binder, and then they put on another one. This one's bunched over here, and so come to find out that Black Anvil distillery, that's the whiskey barrel I'm actually using.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I told him, and I sent a picture to Ryan from Secondhand Barrels. Look, you got to use like all the plant to get this. That's like I could write a scroll on that, and,
right?
Have a pigeon take it somewhere. But yeah, so it was kind of cool, and he was saying that they did something like that with the rack house, and he goes, you got to make sure you seal them up afterwards, otherwise they get rancid. So, which I already did. I put the cigars in a bag and put them in the bottom of one of the humidors down there. So they're still going to be moist this week. They were so wet when I pulled them out of that barrel.
So that you have to, after you take them out, you got to seal them up?
Yeah.
Or they'll get rancid. So what happens? So how do they ever dry out?
Slowly. Like, you just have them at, 60% or something. So I got them moist now, because they're in the humidor. And then I'll pull them out and put them somewhere else.
So I wonder why they get rancid.
I don't know. He's done this once before. So we got the binder off in this thing. So now we're getting into the huge bunches of filler. I gotta get one of those 880s in the next 2 weeks.
Doesn't Asylum, aren't they the ones that have that really long, really dark cigar?
Yeah, the Pandemonium.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So so we're getting set up with them direct, but I don't, it'll be something next month that I'll hopefully come in because they're out of all the big cigars.
Well, it's all long filler.
It's all long filler. It's just bunched in there really good.
Well, it's pressed.
It is pressed.
It's pressed in there really good.
So pressed in there. It smells like tobacco.
Yes.
It smells good. Look at it.
Yes.
It's longer than. It's longer than
most of them are.
Yeah. Well, that's true. The tray is pretty small, but
yeah, it's a small tray. That tray's meant for rolling joints, not
right, not
rolling cigars.
I mean, that's insane how.
Well, don't tear that up.
Why? What are you gonna do with
Jeff might take that to D&D next week. He can pull it out and read from it. Fucking nerd.
It says here that my dragon will kill your knight. Anyway, so that's the CAO Big Block. It's a 770 box press. You can still kind of see the box press in the binder.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. It's still flattened on the sides. I could probably almost roll that back up. There we go.
And smoke it.
But it's called unrolled, not re-rolled.
Right. Right. Yeah, there might not be. There might be. If I do a Fix It Friday this week, it'll be a short one.
Yeah.
I have to rebuild my carburetor, so maybe I'll take my carburetor off tomorrow and
set up the camera.
Set the camera up somewhere and rebuild it.
Set it up high.
Well, if I do it tomorrow, I'm gonna bring it in here and do it.
Oh, are you? Just do it here.
Piece of cardboard. And just do it. Yeah, do it here. When I do my seats, I plan on doing my sewing in here.
So tomorrow I got some repairs to do around a couple buildings, and then I'm gonna start filling up the dumpster with shit from the second floor, just one truckload at a time.
The dumpster up here?
Yeah.
I would say, why don't you just get a dumpster down there? But
there's nowhere to put it that's worth a shit.
Put it right in the middle of
the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put it right in the middle.
Well, and every dumpster's too big to sit on the sidewalk because I'd love to have a trash.
Right in the middle, put some cones around it.
Right. I could probably get away with that if it was like for one day. You know.
Well, I mean, it's one day at a time. It's technically only one day.
You know who came in here yesterday? Officer Larry.
Bukovich?
Yeah.
He's been in.
Has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how his hair is so phenomenal.
Yeah, so when he came in, the last time he came in, I looked at him and go away from me.
I'm going to get in trouble.
I said, you're not in here to do me any favors, are you? And you just started laughing.
Yeah, he came in last night, and I was getting ready. I moved the piano. So I was getting ready to pick the piano up, set it on a dolly.
Where'd you move the piano to?
To under the Robusto sign.
Okay.
So
that's why everything's moved over there.
Yeah, yeah. I can't sit still.
Right.
I got to do stuff, and I'm like, man, this piano gets 0 play. And
that's not true.
Well,
people going to the bathroom touch it all the time.
I know, that's gross. So I put it over here, and I put the guitar by it because that's a perfect spot.
Right.
And the wall's dead anyway. Right. So what's funny is I threw it on a furniture dolly. I couldn't find the really good one with good casters, so I had like kind of a shitty one.
I think there's an engine on it.
Oh, okay. And so I grabbed a shitty one. I pick up the piano and I put it on there. No problem. And then Larry's in here and he goes, what are you doing? I was like, I want to move this piano. And he goes, anybody else here? And I go, no. And he goes, so am I helping you move this piano? I was like, I appreciate the offer, but no, I got it. And I was like, this is what I do. And he goes, okay. And so anyway, I pick it up and I put it on the dolly and I roll it over to the step, right?
Right.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, let's not be completely fucking ignorant.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Right. Just send it, right.
Yeah.
So instead I went out the front door.
It's only 6 inches.
Right. No, it's about 6.5, 7. Yeah. So nothing like throwing your back out on a Monday. So
why would you throw your back out? Just push it.
Because it's not going to land downhill. Right. So
gravity does all that work.
Well, yeah, no, I'm with that, but it's not like it sits. I mean, it needs the legs, and the legs were suspended off the dolly. So I ended up going out the front door and then down and then back. And then I went to barbecue wings yesterday because I had no food up here. Right. And then I ran out of gas for the gas grill, so I had that other tank. So I put that in there, and as soon as I picked it up, I was like, so that one's out of gas too. So I had peanut butter and crackers and chips and salsa yesterday. So yeah, that was fantastic. So just straight eating like a fugitive. Right. So I have food today. But yeah, I rolled it down there and then I had it sitting out front and I was like, I should just leave it out here. just leave it out here.
Somebody will get it. I filled a welder box up with trash yesterday. And I left it in the back of my truck. I put it in the back of the truck because my dad's dumpster is completely full. Right. And so I needed to bring it up here. And I left it out towards the end of the truck.
Right. Like hoping somebody'd take it.
Like maybe one of them meth heads will take this box full of trash. That'd be great. Look, a welder.
Right.
They'll throw it out up the street.
Right. It's not your problem, though.
Fuck, it's trash.
It was still in there, though. Yeah, it sucks.
Nobody takes anything from my house.
Did you get rid of the bumper? Or did somebody steal it? The metal bumper.
I got rid of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Yeah, I went. I think I almost threw out that plastic piece. Is that the plastic piece from the Chevy? Okay.
Yeah. I've been gonna throw it out. I just didn't.
Well, I picked it up yesterday because I brought the plants in because obviously we're fucking winter now. So
right.
I brought the plants in and I fed them all. I got the Miracle Grow stuff and I fed them. Hopefully I can bring a couple of them back because I really let them go. But so I'm gonna nurse them during our slow time, start singing to them, stuff like that. So, but yeah, so I went back there and I was like, man, I'm like 90% sure this is the Chevy bumper. The plastic piece. So I was going to throw it out, and I was like, I'll check with you first. Because today's dumpster day, this afternoon. So.
This afternoon? He usually comes in the mornings. That dumpster's usually dumped way before I ever get here.
Nope, not anymore, because we switched. Oh. Yeah, the Republic was that way.
No, Aspen's been dumping it.
Well, they've been.
Like 6, 7 a.m.
They've been coming kind of later the last couple of weeks.
He must have got more on his route or something then.
Yeah, I don't know. But I've been okay with. He's figured out that, he figured out right away that the dumpster doesn't go on the asphalt.
Right.
It doesn't block the garage door.
Right.
So
smart guy.
Yeah, way smarter than my Republic guy. That guy was
smart guy.
I had to call him 7 times. Please stop blocking the garage door. Like we literally earn money out of this door, and you're gonna put the dumpster blocking a portion of it. You fucking retard. Anyway.
Right.
Can't say retard.
No, you can't say retard.
Mm-mm.
Can't. Not in that context, anyway. Yeah, I know I've been going to go. That's why I brought the van back up here, because I need to put all those plastic pieces in the van.
Right.
I need to finish that interior in the van so I can throw all that crap away.
I'd like to try to get the frame and a reese hitch somehow.
Oh, I think I have a reese hitch that'll work.
Okay.
That I can make work anyway.
Gotcha. Better than the one we have?
Yes.
Okay. And then that way I can get that trailer out. And then I think I'm only paid up till December across the street. So.
Why don't you say till the end of the year? But
yeah, well, the end of December.
Is anybody staying? Because he talks like he's not going to stay there.
Where? Here?
Glenwood.
Oh, yeah, no, he's supposed to move in.
Every time I see him, he talks like he's not going to.
Oh, well, I don't know. He's got renter's insurance.
And he makes it a big deal. Then I asked him if he's going to.
Wow.
So
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's on a different path than where he was. He's doing. I think he's doing fine.
Good for him.
I think he's doing fine.
I've caught a few things that I don't like.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's going to be that.
So
he's trying to make his way.
Good for him.
But
yeah, I just need to clean that up back there. I need to finish cleaning it up back there.
That's funny.
Is that going to burn?
I don't know.
It's going to burn all the way up like that?
I don't know. That's kind of cool.
It looks like it is.
Yeah.
I wonder how many cigars it's going to. I wonder how many cigars we unroll will do that. Got to start doing that to them now.
Right. Look at that. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, it's going to carry all the way up. That is not slowing down at all.
No, we're probably going to have a fire in here. Take the paper out.
Well, it'll be a small fire.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a lot of cigar. Oh, it might be going out.
Nope, I see it. I see it.
Yep, it's out.
Oh.
That was neat.
Yeah, I might rebuild the carburetor and put it up.
That'd be cool. That's a kind of a lost art anyway.
Yeah, nobody does that anymore.
No, not at all.
I
probably get work from that.
I might have carburetor work actually. So Nick's got one that isn't acting right. He bought off Amazon.
Nick who?
West.
Oh.
And he goes, "What do you think's wrong with it?" And he sent me a video, and I go, "Sounds like the accelerator pump's bad, but I mean, I don't know without looking at it." And I told him what to do to tell if the accelerator pump's bad, and the accelerator pump's not bad.
Okay.
So I was like,
rebuild?
And he goes, "Well, I bought it off Amazon." And I went, "Oh."
Yeah. Well, I mean.
So I told him to send me the name and the brand, and I looked it up. It's got great reviews, so it's a good carburetor. It's just not it probably got knocked around in the box or something, maybe, and the float maybe got off. I don't know.
Right. So, is it not trying to run?
It's got a dead spot like my Nissan does.
Really?
So if you my Nissan doesn't have an accelerator pump.
Right.
It's bad.
Okay.
Like it doesn't do anything. So when you first step on it, it goes, and it literally it dies for like a tenth of a second or two, but then the vacuum will take over and it'll catch itself before it actually dies. So
the floats can get stuck in those. Can you like take a hammer and hit them?
I don't know I wouldn't think it'd be the float stuck because it would be flooding out if that was the case.
Flooding out or starving itself.
Flooding everywhere. Well, I mean that could be down. Too, but
right.
Stuck up. That could be too, but it runs otherwise. Once it gets past the dead spot, it's fine. It runs great. So, and like he in one of his videos he posted, you can hear them pedaling it past the dead spot, and then once they get past it, they just let into it,
right.
and it works fine.
What's that on one of his big trucks?
No, on an old truck.
Oh,
somebody's older truck.
Well, he's got 2 old trucks now because he had one that Carmen lettered up.
Right, that's the Chevy.
One. Yeah,
that's the Chevy, and then I guess maybe this Ford.
Yeah,
I think it's a Ford.
Is it like a 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a 50s Ford to me.
Right.
So, and it's got he put a generic Carter AFB on it or Motorcraft AFB on it, so it's probably a Ford.
Right.
It's got to be a Ford. So, I don't know. I told him that I can rebuild it, but I have to buy a rebuild kit because if it's not the accelerator pumps on the outside like it is on my Weber, so
right.
You don't have to mess with it. You don't have to take it apart for that. But if I got to get inside of it, you've got to buy a rebuild kit.
Right.
So
we were riding. Nick and I were riding to the West Coast, and we started the ride, and it was pouring down rain. So Nick had one of those pantyhose things he puts on his exposed filter, so that way it's not pulling all the water, and it literally sucked the bowl it pulled the float up.
Yeah.
And the bike wouldn't run, so so we had to pull over, and I threw the sock across the parking lot because it was stupid. So, and then I had to hammer on it to get it to unstick, and then after that it was fine. So it was just because it was robbing it of, there's no air going in.
Right.
Because if you put a wet sock on a freaking...
Right.
Right. So, you're getting nice dense air, but not very much of it.
It actually takes a lot of water to
hurt the engine.
To go through the carburetor to hurt the engine.
Right,
It literally has to suck it up like a straw.
It was pouring down on us, but, and his filter stuck out and was exposed all the way around. So you had the water from the road. I mean, it was like a monsoon.
There's probably a lot of water in there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, well, and then you put something over the filter. Now less air is getting
now
in.
It collects the water.
Right.
Now it's absorbing the water.
Yeah, so that's going to stay on there, and then you just starve the engine of air, and it sucked the float right up.
Whereas before it was at least atomizing it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just water.
Well, and you're not letting air get in there.
Right.
So I mean that was like it could be, like if he's running. Well, I'm sure he's running no filter, right?
Right.
Right. So that he's getting the air he's supposed to get.
Right. No, it's I don't know. It probably needs rebuilt. It's probably just got knocked around in the box or something.
Right. And who knows how old it is.
Or maybe it
needs
adjusted. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah, it could have sat on a shelf. I bought back in the AutoZone days, I went to Alton AutoZone and I bought a carburetor, quadjet carburetor for a Camaro off the shelf. They used to have them in stock.
Right.
And I bought one, and I ended up getting 4 before I got one that worked.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Jesus.
And good thing I was changing it in the parking lot. Because I got 4 before it worked. So, before I got one that would actually run. And that one I had to beat on with a wrench to get the float to unstick.
Right.
So, because they sit on the shelf and they freeze up.
Well, yeah, it's going to. There's nothing running through it.
Right. That's what they do. Things dry up and they free up. That's why I immediately told him it sounds like the accelerator pump, because if a carburetor sits for any time, that rubber's going to dry up. There's no fluid on it. So, lift's fixed.
Oh, yeah?
I put the van on the lift.
How did you get that apart?
Yeah.
Were we doing it wrong?
There's a snap ring in it.
Yeah.
That you got to pry up on, and then you turn the thing. And
how'd you figure that out?
I found the slot. I found the slot for it.
No shit.
Yeah.
What a fuck.
And then I keep telling him that he needs to give me money so I can buy the other side, and we just take it out and do it real quick too.
Right.
Because it's easy now.
It's gonna
simple.
fail.
Don't even need to put it in a vise. I know how to do it now.
Oh, gotcha.
We'll just get it. Wait for why. You're not even using it right now.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah, I put the white van on it yesterday.
So is he slowed down on work?
He doesn't have anything for the lift right now.
Oh, okay.
I put that white van on it yesterday. Dude, that van underneath. Oh my God.
It's all mud.
It's bad.
Fuck,
it's bad. It's dry mud.
Oh, sure.
It's bad.
You gonna run through Gorilla Wash?
But the frame, that won't do nothing. But the frame, the body panels, everything is just perfect. There's not an ounce of rust underneath that van.
That's
anywhere. So I didn't even see any surface rust. Of course, surface rust is about the same color as the mud.
Right.
So.
Right.
So I was under it looking things over. Nah, Jeff's leaving.
Didn't even come in.
Jeff's leaving.
Jeff is pretty serious about his girl.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Moving in.
Oh.
Moving in.
Well, he needs to back out.
He
No, I mean he needs to back out right now.
Well, he's getting there. Gotta let it idle down some. Yeah, moving in. Talking about marriage.
When's he moving in?
Probably December.
Oh, he's up to his timeline.
A little bit.
Oh.
They're talking about marriage.
Oh.
Marriage.
What a dumbass.
Marriage.
What a dummy.
Said, how long have you guys been dating? It was a little over a year. I said, well, I guess time does fly.
What a dummy.
So, he's going to get married. Maybe have kids.
How long's he been in back?
2 years.
Has he really?
Yeah. That truck's been here 2 years.
It's supposed to leave any day. Any day now.
Yeah. Matt Rowe's supposed to come pick it up, I guess.
When?
I don't know. You know how that goes. 'Cause if we get that, then we could freaking go up to Chicago and pick that lift up.
Well, then we have to find money for concrete, and I know there ain't none of that. So.
I ran to 2 stores a day, robbed every bit of cash I could.
Yeah, there ain't none of that.
Just to get cigars on order.
Because that's not going to be cheap. That's going to be... That's probably going to be close to what we paid for all that asphalt.
No way.
Close to what you paid for all that asphalt.
No way. You think it's going to be $3,000 in concrete?
Concrete is expensive.
Jesus.
8 inches thick.
Can we do it ourselves? Because it's just bullshit.
No, I don't. You don't want to put Quikrete in it.
Well, I mean, we can have a truck show up.
Well, yeah. We can do the labor ourselves, but concrete is like $100-something a yard.
Yeah.
$120, something like that a yard. And a yard ain't much.
Are you want to pour the whole pad concrete?
No, I just want to pour
where the posts go.
Yeah.
Right.
A little bit out each side.
Yeah.
A little bit wider and a little bit longer.
Yeah, and at least 8 inches deep.
And put some rebarb in it, probably. Rebarb's cheap, though.
Right.
No, yeah, we can definitely do it ourselves because we don't care how smooth it is.
No.
I don't care.
Yeah, we don't need...
Right.
We just need it to hold.
Don't need a driveway finish.
No. Don't need patio finish.
So it just has to be level with the asphalt. So you're not tripping. And even then, it really don't even have to be that level with the asphalt.
No, because posts are going to be there anyway.
Right.
If you're tripping on that, you're just tripping.
Right.
It'd be kind of cool to have it, it'd be more work. At least do oil changes. Easy.
Well, I will do oil changes.
Yeah.
I don't want to lay under and do massive operations.
Right.
Is what I meant.
You don't want to do a transmission job.
I'm not going to do a transmission.
You gotta
No.
lay in there with a freaking...
Trying to figure out what to do with my Nissan van.
Yeah.
It's either take it to an import shop or I don't know what to do with it no more. I can't fix it. I don't know what's wrong with it. So.
Do you think an import shop would know either? I mean...
I don't... But they'll be more than happy to figure it out if it means money.
Well, sure. I mean, that's just air fuel spark. Which one are you missing?
It's missing something. It's not missing anything that I can tell. So the only thing I can think of to do is to take the top off of it, which I've looked at it for hours now at this point, the top of it. I can't figure out how the hell you're going to take the top off of it without taking it out.
Right.
So that's the only thing I can think of to do is to take the top off of it, replace the fuel injectors, replace all the gaskets, put it all back together. That's the only thing I can think to do.
Can you pull the fuel injectors out without disassembling?
Absolutely not.
Really?
No way. No way.
Well, do you can you just put out there on Facebook you're looking for a Japanese mechanic that recently moved to the United States?
Well, I put out any viable, any trustworthy import shops out, and all I got was the generic over in St. Louis. Well, duh.
Right.
I want one somebody has experience with. Somebody has taken their stuff to it, and they've done a good job, and they didn't charge an arm and a leg.
Well, you're probably going to tear an arm and a leg no matter what.
I mean, I'm okay.
Does it run?
Fine.
So
yeah, I could drive it to them. I can drive it there.
And it's just like no power?
It's still got power. I can still drive it, but
it's like
it's missing bad.
Maxima engine, right?
And I made it worse. It's missing bad, and I don't know how I made it worse. So
what'd you do to?
I got to get to the junkyard, and because the plugs I bought for the fuel injectors naturally were not the right plugs, got them on eBay. And that guy, the guy I bought them from, like within 24 hours, asked me to write a review, and I was like, "Nah, let's wait until the tracking number works at least." Yeah.
Yeah.
So I sent him a message a week later because the tracking number never started working. And I said, "Hey, bud, you're not going to get a good review. The tracking number still doesn't work." No, I'm sure you sent it. Why wouldn't you have? You got positive. Everything's positive, but that's not. It's not a good thing.
Right.
And then they showed up the next day.
Yeah. Tracking number never worked.
Never worked.
Is that FedEx?
Worked. It went from DHL to USPS, and neither one of them could figure it out.
DHL sucks, though.
So.
DHL sucks.
But anyway, they were the wrong ones, so I go to the junkyard and cut some off. I'm sure I can find some down at Speedway. Cut some off.
Just gonna look for a Maxima.
Maxima, any VG30 should probably have the same injectors in it. Cut some off and I don't go from there. I guess I don't know. I don't know. But I got that one on there, but it's not on there right.
What do you think that's what's causing it to miss more?
No, because as soon as I got it on there, I heard it picked up.
Okay.
It solved that, whatever that issue is. It solved as soon as I got it on there. So
how? Oh, just the plug, not the injector itself.
No, not the injector itself.
I just can't believe you can't get to the injectors.
Can't get to none of it.
So do you have to take out like the interior because it's almost cab over, right?
It is cab over.
Right.
You don't know. The seat pops up.
Right.
Plenty of room in there to work. In fact, you can sit Indian style and work on the engine.
Right.
It'll be the most comfortable job you've ever done.
Right.
But there's not enough. I can't see as to how there's enough room to get any of that intake out of there, or get to any of the bolts for the intake to get it out of there with it in the van. It's probably going to have to be put up in the air and the engine let down like the other one, and then maybe you can get to all the stuff to take the intake off. I mean, it's a big hole.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, once Jeff moves out, we'll
I don't know.
Just back it into that corner.
Right. I'm just not enthused to do it, and that's why the van's just sitting right now, not going anywhere. Because it's not. I don't want to drive it like that.
Well, no, you're doing more damage.
So. Well, yeah, it's a lean miss.
Right,
so that's bad.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
Yeah, you're going to burn your rings out.
I need to get it over to over here, though, and get them to fix the exhaust on it, though. I'm tired of hearing that every time I work on it. I hear that massive exhaust leak, and I'm tired of hearing that. So.
All right. No events this weekend. I have nothing.
No events this weekend.
No.
I'm leaving Friday the 4th. I'm going to Louisville.
Are you?
Friday morning, the 4th.
I have On the Rocks.
Okay. I'll come back Saturday. Well, you said you didn't have nothing the 4th and the 5th.
I got On the Rocks. Emily's in YTT.
You said you didn't have anything the 4th and 5th. I asked you already.
I know. I'll have Josh work. See if he can work for me. He's been doing like doubles and shit at the bar.
Well, he's working Alton Fridays and Saturday nights, ain't he?
Well, I mean, yeah, Emily's at YTT, so he's gonna.
I thought that was over.
No, actually, that weekend's the last weekend. So the 6th, I got to take all the speakers down there and set everything up, do all that. That's the Sunday the 6th is when daylight savings time ends.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, so it's going to be even worse. Yeah, this weekend is going to be maybe at home tearing out some kitchen or bathroom stuff.
I can't wait for it to be dark at 5 o'clock.
That's why I changed the headlights. It's going to be dark when I get here, dark when I leave. It's the worst time of year.
Daylight savings is stupid anyway.
It is.
It's just dumb.
It is really dumb.
I think Arizona doesn't participate. Arizona was like, no.
Right.
We ain't doing it. It's dumb.
Like, it's nice and warm here all year.
Right.
I think we'll just skip that.
Dumb.
It is dumb. Surprised. You know, I thought they voted to get rid of it for some reason.
I thought they did too.
But
they listen. They pardoned 6,000 people in federal prison, or they pardoned everybody in federal prison for simple marijuana possession. They did that.
Did they?
Yeah, they accomplished that. They did that.
Wow.
You know how many people are in federal prison for simple possession of marijuana?
None.
Absolutely none. It's not a federal offense. None.
So
it is not a federal crime.
Right. Yeah, that's funny. It was just done. Yeah, because you can't have simple possession and be charged federally.
Nope.
Unless you're on federal grounds. That'd be the only.
But they're going to ask all the governors to pardon the state crimes too. He's going to ask them. They're going to ask. He's going to ask nicely, I'd imagine.
So every blue state will, every red state won't.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. This state will, for sure. Because old Barney Rubble has got his nose up his ass.
He's running for president, bro.
Yeah.
Not this.
Well, I mean, he's in the right state. This is a jump off state.
Yeah, Madigan's puts people in the Oval Office.
This is a jump off state.
And just because he resigned before federal charges,
right,
he still controls this country.
He still has all the power. I made somebody mad.
Oh,
well, not mad Saturday, but they weren't happy because I told them that the union. I said, dude, it's the mob. You pay me.
Right.
The union is nothing but the mob. You pay me.
Right.
You okay? I said this is how the union started. I explained it to him real simple. I said this is how the union started. Some mob guy came up to Dave or Kenny or whatever and said, hey, you owe me 10% of your paycheck. And Kenny started giving him 10% of his paycheck because he didn't want to get his legs broke.
Right.
And then Dave comes up to him and goes, hey, my boss is going to fire me. And so the mob guy goes, you can't fire him or I'm going to break your legs. And now you owe me 10%. And then it just went on and on and on and on and on.
Fantastic program, man, if you're the person on the top.
And then eventually everybody was like, hey, we're giving him 10%. We don't get our legs broke.
Right.
And we get to keep our job.
And right.
And they all got together and decided this was a good idea.
What a great revenue generator.
And then somebody came along and was smart enough to go, if we do it this way, it's not illegal. and that's the union right there. There's your beginnings. And they weren't happy. I can't remember. It was just some rando come in. I can't remember who it was. And he was not. He was just looking at me like he wasn't angry, but he was looking at me like, fuck, he's right.
Speaking of the mob,
never thought of it that way, and he's right.
I didn't go to court in Edwardsville last week.
Oh yeah,
yeah, or 2 weeks ago because I was working on the bumper. They sent me another letter.
Well, yeah, for your second, you got the first FTA. Now you've got a second FTA.
Right.
Well, no, because it's an ordinance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an ordinance.
Right.
So it's not technically an FTA.
No.
It's just you didn't come. You have to come this time.
Right.
Or we'll find you.
Yeah.
Or we'll find you.
Yeah. Fine you more.
Yeah.
They want $100.
Yeah.
So
they want $100 on $50 worth of sales.
Yeah, pretty much. So No, it was actually a decent car show. We sold $200 worth of product, which is cool. And so half of that is maybe profit because I raise the prices, right? When I'm at events.
So they want all the profit.
Yeah. So it's a net zero day. But think of all the exposure I got. 650 cars at that show.
Yeah.
That's a big show.
All the exposure.
All that exposure. I
haven't seen any of them.
It's weird.
Coming Alton.
No, what's weird is they it's somebody asked me to do an event from there, which pays, but it's like as long as it's not in Edwardsville.
And the rest of them continue to go to Milo's.
They probably do. I mean, if they do, they do. Thanks for your support at the car show. So, yeah. I mean, every spot's got its need. It's got its niche. So. It's all about proximity anyway. If you live down the street or if you work across the street and you want one cigar, you're going to go across the street. You're not getting in your car and driving here.
Well, I don't know. That depends. I've been in that place. If I worked across the street, I probably would get in my car and drive here.
Yeah, it just depends.
I've been in that place.
They're pretty nice to their rich customers.
Right. But of course, if you live in Edwardsville, then you're halfway a snooty person anyway, so
yeah,
you fit right in.
It's pretty. Yeah, they're still looking for that guy and whatever.
What guy? Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
that guy was tired of his life and walked away.
Yep. All right, so we are wrapping up. Done. We unrolled a 7x70, so hopefully in a couple weeks I can get even bigger cigar.
We're out of just about enough stuff to unroll in there.
I got restock coming.
We can tear into bundles. Oh yeah, when we're done I gotta tell you another thing that happened Saturday.
Okay, right on.
That guy made mad. He'll come back. He wasn't that mad. He wasn't mad. He was just.
He went home to do research to fight you when he comes back.
Right.
He's gonna come in with a notepad.
Right.
Jimmy Hoffa.
You better hope Jason's not here because Jason will know way more than I do about it.
Yeah.
Jason enjoys that stuff.
Right.
So
he's a smart dude.
He is, but he's just he's a little off the deep end. That guy is.
I think he's.
You're a little off the deep end, Jason. If you're watching this, because sometimes he watches.
I think he. I don't really think he's too far off. Bud.
I don't think he's too far off either. But I think where he is off, he's just completely jumped off the cliff.
I think there's a lot of accuracy in that.
I think so too. He's a smart guy, but the parts where he's not accurate, he's not even anywhere near. He's turned around and shot the other direction.
So Jake White's cigar was pretty good. I did have to relight, but I was talking a lot. Mountain Dew Baja Blast in a can sucks balls. And my bottled water is always fine. What'd you have? Milo's tea?
Tea.
This episode is sponsored by Milo's.
I had to throw that Starbucks cup away because I couldn't get my hand down in there to wash it.
I got a thing.
So, man.
I got a sponge on a stick with soap in it.
That was too nasty. I didn't want to deal with it no more.
Chuck's rocking the Veterans Promises Kept.
That's right.
Wagon ride. That's completed now.
I was looking for the AP cigar tumbler, and I don't even have one. I never even got one.
Do we not have it?
I didn't snatch one of them, and there ain't none up here.
I don't think I have any either.
Yeah, I didn't snatch one of them.
I'll see if I'm going down there to work here in a little bit, so maybe I'll just grab some, see what tumblers he has in stock.
Where are you going? Oh, yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, laser day.
Right.
So I texted him yesterday. He's got a whole bunch of shit sitting there for me. So I said, okay. Might take some cutters down and do some cutters too. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't. I looked for an AP tumbler. I walked all over the whole place before I picked this one up.
Well, we had some.
Well, yeah, I didn't. There's none here.
Yeah.
They probably got carried to Alton.
No.
Speaking of Alton, maybe Monday we'll cut that safe open.
Yeah,
buddy.
I
want to cut that safe open.
Who's going to work here? We have to do it on a Sunday.
You'll have to get Josh or somebody up here.
I don't want to pay Josh working on Monday. We don't do that much in sales.
Oh. I don't know. Somebody can be here before noon, I'm sure. It's not. I'm telling you, it's going to take half an hour.
You know what? Guess who? So I played golf with Jeff yesterday,
right,
on the Golden Tee, not real golf. And before he left, so I whip his ass, dude. I whip his ass.
He looks way better.
Oh, dude,
he looks way better.
Yeah, he's feeling way better. He's got the stint out, so like everything's going fucking great. And so he's feeling so great. He goes, "Hey, I could probably work next Monday if you want." I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, you're making me nervous, man.
No.
So maybe he can fill in for a couple hours on Monday while we try to take that safe part.
No, I'm not comfortable.
We don't have that many people coming in.
Yeah. No, not. I think he needs to sit out till at least December.
Monday's normally pretty busy for me admin wise, but Sunday we can cut it open if you don't have nothing going Sunday.
I don't normally have anything going Sunday, but I get in trouble when I leave Sunday for some reason.
I'm with you.
I don't know why.
It's grandbaby day.
We have her all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. We had her all weekend.
That's nice.
Both nights and everything.
That's fun.
Feeling she constipated.
Oh.
So, oh my God, dude. Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night she's trying to poop, right?
Right.
Saturday night she turned purple, straining. And I was holding her. And I was like, you gotta breathe, Carter. You gotta breathe. And she, of course, she's screaming. Right. You know what I mean, in my ear. And Sarah's looking at me while she's screaming in there, and I'll go, I can't hear nothing anyway. Who cares?
Right.
So I'm just like rubbing her back and holding her, and she, purple.
Fuck.
Like twice she turned purple.
Trying to push. y'all
And I was like, y'all gotta do something. I don't know, give her some medicine or do something.
Right.
So
give her some Mexican food, bro.
So no, I went and bought this stuff at Walgreens. I was supposed to go buy mineral oil at Walgreens.
Okay.
And I didn't. I bought this other stuff. And because it was in the baby aisle, so it's obviously for babies.
Right.
So I bought that, and I think that worked. So she went home Sunday.
Right.
And I guess Sarah talked to her yesterday, and I guess she's fine now.
Okay.
So, well, she's still a little tired, acting a little tired and sick. But my pet saw you couldn't poop for 2 days.
Yeah.
Having a hard time pooping for 2 days. You'd be kind of, that would wear me out.
Yeah.
A 44-year-old man, that would wear me out.
Yeah, dude. If it doesn't come right out, I get frustrated.
Sometimes I feel wore out after pooping if it's bad.
You gotta take a nap.
Get up and go,
gotta take a nap, bro.
Done.
So I love wrapping this up on a positive note. So there's your shit talk for the thing. We talked about weather, politics, and
actual shit talking.
We actually talked about actual shit. So
baby shit.
Dude, that's kind of fun. I'm kind of excited for a grandkid.
So
hopefully Emily's not watching. Come on, Dylan.
Oh man.
All bets are on Dylan right now.
That's gonna be no. I don't. I hope you're not hedging much. Jesus. First of all, I don't know how he's gonna get. What's his name? Neil?
Noah.
No, I don't know how he's gonna get Noah pregnant.
Well, I figured they'd adopt
married.
Or something. They would adopt or something.
I mean, Noah's married.
It's a Three's Company situation.
It's gonna be kind of a weird scenario there when that happens.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
And maybe you can just take Noah's kid in as a grandbaby.
Yeah, Noah's. Well, so Emma's
close enough.
Emma's pretty close to baby time. She's she asked me to walk her down the aisle whenever they get married.
I
thought that was nice.
That's messed up.
I think that was. I was kind of.
That's gonna have somebody really, 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 really angry.
I don't give two fucks about that.
He doesn't have the rights to be angry.
No,
but he's gonna have somebody real. That's gonna be anger.
That's okay. I ain't even worried about any of that.
It's gonna be anger.
He's so fucking frail now.
So. Well, they were always frail.
Right, but now it's like physically frail.
Yeah, they were always frail though.
Yeah. That's why they run in groups.
Mentally, everything.
Why you run in groups? Oh, man.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
We're out. Maybe you'll get a carburetor video this week. Maybe you won't get anything. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So cut down some of the 2 hour and just put up a shorty.
Well, yeah. Well, it's because I watched it up here, and after I rewatched it, and I found that all that footage was staring at that seat, and I was like, I could have cut that whole thing. I ran out of time is what happened. I was out of time. It was time to clean up around here and turn the lights off by the time I was done editing and got everything up and go. I ran out of time.
Damn it.
So.
Oh, all right. I got a call. See you.